Hey, Dain. Where are you going?
Hey, Niall. What you doing?
Who are those guys?
It's us. Hello, friends. My name is Dain Miller.
And I'm Niall Spain, and we are your new guys. Welcome back.
We are a weekly New Girl fan cast where we go through episode by episode the entire series of the best sitcom ever.
Oh, yeah.
New Girl.
Thanks for coming back. And I know you're probably all as excited for this one as we are, because it's a big one.
Yeah, it's
Season 3.
Season 3. It's the
Episode
series or
1.
season premiere. Yeah,
Yeah. And it's a big one.
it is. Yeah, a lot of things happened at the end of season 2.
Yeah, we got into a lot of stuff last week, and I think, fuck it, this episode speaks for itself. Let's just start anew.
Yeah, we will say, as always, this will probably contain spoilers, because we've seen all of New Girl. So if you're watching it like with us, please know that this is like a retrospective and not a an episode to episode thing. So if you haven't seen all of New Girl, please watch it first, and then come and join us and listen to our commentary.
So this is Season 3, Episode 1. As usual, we don't want to spoil anything for you, so just be aware. But you know the drill by now, so...
Yeah, you got to be all in.
Oh.
Ooh.
I see that little throwback that you're
Little
doing there. By
reference.
throwback, I mean just stating,
The
things that happen in the
title?
episode.
Yeah.
So where do we start with this one? Like, it's kind of momentous, Like, two of the biggest things that have been building in the series just happened.
Yeah.
Cece's marriage got called off. I feel bad. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, so...
Well,
we warned you, so fuck
I feel
it.
like after
And you already saw it last week with us, so...
like 40-something episodes, if you don't know, we're going to have spoilers in it by now.
Yeah.
Like, we've already spoiled plenty of shit for you.
True, and also you knew it was getting called off last episode, so...
Yep.
And then Nick and Jess, finally.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
We all know how I feel about Nick and Jess's relationship.
True.
At least this, like, in this juncture of the show.
This one is good, so...
No, this one is shit.
Well, this episode's good.
Yeah, this episode's fine.
Yeah.
But, like, this enters in, like, the boring Nick era of just, like...
Yeah.
It becomes sort of like the Schmidt and Winston show.
To be fair, Nick's pretty great in this episode.
He is.
He
but...
threatens to strangle a child.
Schmidt and Winston.
Oh, it's peak
Definitely,
Winston.
yeah.
I think it is entirely peak Winston. And big reveals there, but we'll get to that later, I think.
Another thing that I absolutely hate, which we'll get into.
That?
Yeah. It's like one of my least favorite things. Can we just talk about it now?
Sure.
Fuck, it makes no sense that he's colorblind. How does it just come up now? It's like a 30-something-year-old man.
I think that's the best part, though.
But it's like, like, there's so many things, like, that are indicative that, like, money and grass, like, the grass is always greener. He's never heard that and been like, that's weird, grass is brown.
Actually makes sense for the show. I love how they're not afraid to just go batshit. What I don't remember is whether this actually gets referenced later on or not.
I don't think it does. And that's the thing. I don't think it's ever been hinted at prior to this. And I don't think it's ever been referenced again.
Because we haven't noticed it on our rewatch.
I know. I kind of like absolutely forgot.
Do another one.
I know. I completely forgot to see if Winston ever references colors.
Yeah, I think like from now on, we can keep an eye out like as the weeks go by, see if they keep referencing it or not. I do think I'll be a little disappointed if they don't.
I'm almost positive they don't, because like I'm a pretty big like nerd when it comes to running jokes. Like Community and Arrested Development are very.
But we're also like we have a New Girl fan cast, so we're not going to miss that. But
I know it's true, and if we do, feel free to tweet us.
Yeah. If you guys see anything, usual stuff, if we missed anything, if you have anything to add to our episode analysis, let us know.
Yeah,
because we are your new guys, but we are not infallible. So
it's true. We will make mistakes, and we want this to be a conversation.
Yeah. Well, yeah, as per usual, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So where do we start?
I guess the beginning.
Yeah. So, I do love this scene where they decide to go to Mexico.
Yeah.
Because I thought, even like rewatching it, I kind of misremembered, and I thought they just decided to drive straight there. I didn't realize they had that stopover back at the apartment, and they're just like fucking just bullied by Schmidt until they leave. Basically, I think it's pretty priceless. And they always kind of show Nick as getting so many texts from Schmidt, but I think it's the first time someone's actually called it out and just been like, how much like their interdependency is really highlighted there. Yeah, which is golden.
Also, the fact that everyone has smartphones except for Nick, who has that shitty flip phone, I think is also really good.
Just like that comes up later on with Nick's pep talk with the kid. It's just like, one day you'll like a
Yeah.
girl. You want to give her everything, but then you won't be able to afford it because you have no money.
Yeah.
You have the credit score of a homeless ghost.
He's like one of my favorite train wrecks. He's so good.
Okay. Nick Miller, Dain Miller,
Mhm.
Vacation Nick.
Paradise Nick.
Vacation Dain. Because there is a Vacation Dain.
There is.
And it's beautiful and also not too dissimilar.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't put it past me to threaten a child with strangulation.
No, I'm pretty sure you have.
I'm pretty sure I have.
You're easy breezy, beautiful. You never wear any sleeves.
It's tough to get me into sleeves on vacation.
Yeah, you got a usual white to flower like shirt, like palette.
Yeah,
That's great. So I don't know. It's something I'm realizing is you guys may have something more in common than I thought.
everyone always draws the comparison to me and Nick, I think, because of the last names, but I think I'm more like Schmidt. And I said this like 1,000 times, but like I really do think I am more Schmidt than Nick. I'm certainly not Winston.
More Winston. You're 100%
I mean,
more Winston.
so here's the thing. I think there's like an equal part of me because Winston's the cat
and
man.
he's also a bit weird and obsessive. And no offense, you're a little weird and obsessive.
I know.
Whereas Schmidt is more just like douchey and like hyper overbearing.
But that's
and
like
that's
like
really
his projected persona though. I mean, let's get to the meat and potatoes of the episode.
Oh, it's the puzzle.
Winston's puzzle.
It's the best part.
Yeah.
It's peak Winston, and I love it.
I think this is like actually when Winston becomes my favorite character. Like, I think this is sort of the upward swing of Winston's stupid bullshit.
Yeah, I feel like they didn't really know what to do with him. And then I'd love to know how it happened. Like, they were just in a fucking boardroom somewhere, and they're like, let's just fucking go batshit.
The way the show was written, like, originally Nick and Jess were meant to be like antagonists. Like, they were never meant to be romantic partners, and it was just sort of like that chemistry on screen that sort of like guided it that way.
Yeah.
After following Lamorne on Instagram, I'm almost positive that like he does the weirdest shit, and his Instagram posts are so sort of like absurd and like bullshitty, and like I can't remember the name of it, but it's like Trinidad Jones or something, which is like his rap persona, which is bullshit again. So I really think that this like absurd Winston is literally like a reflection of his own like absurd humor. Yeah, and I honestly think that like that's how this all came about. Was like, I don't think they really wanted to write him this way, but I think his like actions and sort of like
he probably just like acted like that on set all the time, and they were like, "Fuck it, this is hilarious."
I have a hard time believing that like he wasn't actually doing a puzzle at one point, being like, "You're fucking terrible at puzzles. Also, you're weird when you do them." And they were just like, "Yeah, put it in the show."
Yeah, that's so good. And yeah, like this is kind of like the golden era of Winston from here on out, because he just starts getting fucking ridiculous.
It is the start of like the whole prank Sinatra thing, and like it's leading into CeCe and Winston mess arounds. It's
the classic CeCe Winston mess around.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's so good. Schmidt is always on point in this episode. Although I think like his personal plot not the best, but his reactions to just everyone around him.
Yeah, comedically he's like, I don't think he's ever missed a beat. But like it really upsets me because like Schmidt's like I feel like this is sort of like a black mark on like if you look at like the whole series, you're like, oh, but he is kind of, he did do some shitty things.
Yeah.
And it sucks
I don't think it's
like,
really in character either.
No.
Like I think the kind of the funny like, oh shit, I have to commit, like I don't want to hurt people. Yeah, that kind of feeds in, but I really don't think that would happen at the expense of like him being good to people, and because he's being real shit for
like he literally
cheating on people for like them. A week.
Oh, longer than that. Like this goes on for a while. I'm pretty sure. Like in turn, like I can't remember. It's a couple episodes.
Okay, let's not jump ahead, right?
So there's gonna be spoilers.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where you're just like, but like later on you see how good Schmidt is, and like you see those like there's like those little moments, especially when like he first like kind of hooks up with CeCe. Mm-hmm. I think there's still not.
It's usually like performative douchebaggery, right, at the start,
exactly.
Whereas this is just him being an actual asshole.
Yeah.
And I do feel like it's kind of out of keeping with everything else, and I don't know. I feel like they just wanted extra drama.
I think it's them being afraid to leave the douchebag persona. I think they're still kind of leaning on that a little too hard, and I think they felt like everyone was getting a little too nice.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
maybe.
Like Nick's gonna calm down because he's with Jess.
Mm-hmm.
And then if
doing
like
puzzles,
and if fucking Schmidt also settles down with one of the other girls, then it's like there's really no sort of like conflict anymore, other than like the same thing over and over again of like Nick and Jess fighting, or Schmidt and Cece fighting.
True. I do think it was kind of clumsy and not necessarily in keeping with his character, though. And kind of my least favorite part of this episode.
100%. Yeah, I think this is entering sort of. I think season 3 is probably my least favorite season.
It has moments, but
which will like, I don't know. It's nice to do this because it'll be a nice retrospective to be like, because I remember
like, is it as bad as you remember?
Yeah,
because sometimes you look back and you're like, wait, this episode and this episode were in season 3.
Exactly.
I know we had parts of that in season 2.
Yeah.
Which, I was actually really surprised by like the conclusions we came to by the end. Like, it was actually a pretty cool moment.
Yeah, especially when you remember something a certain way, and it's really just sort of a reflection of like what you were doing when you first watched it. Also, it's a different experience to watch a show that like we used to wait a week to see the next part of, and then being able to just watch it all in one chunk.
I just thought it was kind of cool how like you had that revelation last week about like when you were watching it at the time and like stuff you were going through, and I kind of had the like not the same one, but like the way they just met up and like it was really cool. I don't know, it was a nice moment.
But you're right. There is those things where you're just like, oh, maybe this isn't as bad. Like it was me when I watched, I rewatched Lost with Amanda, and I was like, oh, season 2 is the fucking worst. And then I remembered like, oh, okay, it's actually not that bad. And then I watched season 3. I was like, no, season 3 is the bad one. I was like,
I got shit.
Oh, okay, no, this is actually kind of good.
So on the topic of Schmidt, what is your? I know this is a segment we're doing a little early this week. What is your best Schmidtism this week?
Oh, Japanese garden, 100%, 100%. That like, to this day, I quote it like out of context for no reason.
It's pretty good. Yeah, I have that one. I have that one as well. Also, what have you been doing? Just driving around kissing like a couple of Dutch hookers? Is that hickey? That's disgusting. Or of course, I had to look down at this girl to see if she's wearing shoes and if those shoes had their shoelaces tied together, because this girl's just straight tripping, yo. That one took a while to type out. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, no, Japanese garden, 100%.
Yeah.
Just because, like, it sets the tone for Winston's absolute lunacy with this puzzle. Again, I will never stop talking about this fucking puzzle.
It's so good.
Just, like, straight off the bat where he's just like, what's it going to look like? And it's like the whole point of doing a puzzle is you know what it looked like and you're trying to recreate that image. So like just that fundamental lack of understanding of what puzzles are, like you know it's going to be absolute fucking chaos.
Is that an almond? Are you eating them? Are you using them as pieces?
I almost could have swore that they referenced it, but they don't actually make a reference to the fact that he's wearing a sweatshirt as pants at one point. Like, I could have swore there was a moment where, like, someone called him, like, obviously Schmidt because he deals with him.
Yeah, but no,
they just... But no, they don't. And I think it's, just, like, I remember that sticking out and being like, oh, there's that moment. But it's like, nope.
It just flies under the radar there.
He's just fucking wearing a sweatshirt as pants.
Yeah. Also, like, the undertones that he may or may not be fucking the puzzles.
Yeah.
Like, why does he get naked all the time?
I don't know. Yeah.
And he does at one point say, puzzle, I'm gonna do you.
Yeah, as nasty as you want to do it.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
And yeah, in that scene, he like it literally ends with like him pulling his pants down.
Yeah, but like in a sneaky, sultry way.
Yeah, in sort of a like, well, we're gonna get this done.
What's
kind
he
of
doing
way.
to these puzzles? Is he the missing piece this whole time?
I mean, there's a reason they stick together when they're not in the right spot.
It's fair. How else he getting almonds in there?
Yeah.
Best Winston moment or quote?
Oh fuck! This whole episode. I honestly don't know. Oh, I want to go back to Best Schmidt. I think my second one is when he asks Winston what color he thinks he is.
That's so good. Also, it's such a throwaway line that like I wonder, like even just the way he says it, I wonder if he didn't just like ad-lib it.
I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
Yeah,
like if you watch like the bloopers, which we do at like the end, like when we did season 2's bloopers last week.
So we'll have a few episodes to get to before we get this one.
It's 22.
Yeah. That's a few.
It is few. But like the season 3 bloopers are so good. I do want to like mention it because it's again a really good moment is when Winston's wearing the fucking sweatshirt pants and they're like circling around each other fighting.
Oh, so good.
Winston kicks the chair, and that's
completely not.
Yeah, there's like an extended cut of that scene where he like actually reveals that like he literally just fucking smashed his toe on a chair and just kept going.
I love that he kept going, and that like also Schmidt works around it, and like it's just such a good fucking moment.
Yeah, they both just kind of committed to it, which is
so
great
good.
because it's gold. It's comedy gold.
I think what's especially gold is the Winston Schmidt showdown over Cece.
Oh my god!
Which I think leads to my favorite Winston line, which is, "I needed your underwear to sew into my underwear."
So here's the thing: it's like the puzzle overshadowed it so much, I completely forgot about that, and that also like it's so good.
There's so many golden moments in this episode that, it is like legitimately hard to like. You almost skip over them just to get to the next bit,
and it's also like really good foreshadowing of like realizing that Nick and Jess are going to be the least funny part of the show.
Yeah, when at one point they're like, "This isn't going to work," and Schmidt and Winston are like, "Yeah, it's not."
Yeah,
just like flat out, like,
well, you've called it, boys, because
it definitely does take a dip, unfortunately.
Yeah, because they deal with the same fucking bullshit. It's like Nick's a man baby and Jess is a little too control, and it's like that for I can't remember how many episodes, but too fucking many.
Yeah.
And like it really does become the Schmidt-Winston show.
Oh, 100%. Which again, I'm okay with because they're fucking hilarious.
And this is the thing, is like it really wasn't much different before, because like when I first watched the show, I thought it was going to be sort of like about Jess, and then
I think
the
very
guys,
quickly it shifted.
Yeah.
And we've obviously discussed this before, but
it's
and still one of those things that like I am, it is interesting how it developed.
Yeah. But like again, now I feel like once Nick and Jess start dating, they'd like kind of get put on the back burner because
I don't think the writers knew what to do with it.
And it's like I've studied like sitcom writing and shit, and like one of the most dangerous things to do in sitcom writing is put your two leads in a relationship together, because like if that's what they want, if that's sort of like what everyone wants, it's like, well then what are we doing other than waiting for them to break up?
Although I do feel like you could definitely have handled it better than they did.
Oh yeah,
they
100%.
just seem to shrug and again put like Schmidt and Winston to the forefront. Best Nick moment?
Strangling the kid.
Yeah.
Or threatening to strangle the kid.
To strangle a kid. Yeah. So good. Point Break moment, also pretty good.
Yep.
Or also the revelation that he has never had a key to the apartment. I don't carry a key. I just jimmy the lock open. So good.
Yeah.
Also the line, "I'm really fighting the urge to buy you a lobster dinner right now."
That is a pretty solid thing to say to someone after sex.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm going to use that all the time.
It wouldn't work with my vegan girlfriend, but
it's even better. Please say it next time. Now, this one, I think, is an interesting illustration of what we were just talking about. What's the "That's So Jess" moment of this week?
Oh, man.
Kind of none, right?
Yeah.
She doesn't do anything particularly Jessy, which I'm okay with.
Yeah, no,
she kind of doesn't really do anything in this
doesn't.
episode.
And, like, again, that's kind of the problem with this whole story arc.
Yeah.
And a lot of season 3 is, like, she becomes almost sort of like a really boring villain to Nick sometimes, or a really whiny girlfriend to Nick. Like, she doesn't really have her own, like, story anymore. And, like, neither does Nick. It's just sort of like them being the worst versions of themselves simply to create drama and, like, conflict between the two characters.
Kind of a pity. But yeah, I don't really think she does much in this episode, which is a bit of a pity.
Other than looking real cute in her, like, messed up Indian sari wedding garment.
It's true. I also think of special note is the Winston Schmidt discussion of how Nick would fare in prison.
Yeah. I mean, I think if there ever was a like Jess moment in this one, it's probably her getting confused as to
What's
the difference.
Sissy?
Yeah, what a sissy is.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Overall, I think it's your favorite episode.
It's definitely up there. It's certainly like as much as I hate sort of like what this leads into, I think just the puzzle shit. Like, I remember watching this when it fucking came out, and like to this day, I still think about how funny that is.
Yeah,
like
so good.
I will actually every now and then Google or like YouTube that clip of Schmidt being like, "It's a Japanese garden. It's on the box.
It's on the box." Yeah, it's so good. I also just forgot to mention the when they get, it's like, is he a sissy or a bitch? And then he's like, he's a chubby gringo. Oh, so good.
Yeah, it is nice to know that like even sort of like the worst episodes still have plenty of fucking joke, because like there's a lot of sitcoms that suffer from like joke drought.
Yeah.
So like How I Met Your Mother, the last season of How I Met Your Mother was fucking rough. And like it just kind of became sort of like really basic sort of like paint by number sitcom stuff.
Yeah.
In between like really heavy melodrama, and you're just like, that's not why I'm here.
Yeah. I feel like, yeah, like Schmidt is always just fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Nick usually, I think like even when him and Jess are being weird, just like the sheer shambles of a man that he is and throwing in references to that, so good. Winston's incredible. Cece really starts to come into her own after this as well, I think.
Yes. Yeah.
Like she starts to actually kind of get in on the bullshit instead of being that like straight character.
Yeah, and it's
before
also
this,
like
she's pretty like together and like.
Yeah, she rarely had any punchlines. It was usually like she was just sort of like that, you know, fifth party sort of like
that person
observer
who kind of
of
had it together,
chaos,
you know.
Yeah.
But when she starts to kind of devolve, it's great.
Yeah. Which is nice because like later on she becomes a real fucking good character.
Yeah, oh yeah, she's
especially
so good.
Paired with Winston.
Yeah, no, when whoever came up with them doing the stuff together, so good. And then of course we also have fucking Schmidt trying to shred himself.
See, that's like,
yeah, there's so much.
That's that's a really good sort of like juxtaposition of him cheating on these women and then him willingly trying to shred himself to like save Nick. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like he's got that sort of like almost stupid, innocent pureness that really doesn't make me think that he's capable of cheating and lying on these like to these women, especially like with Cece.
Yeah, and
who
I
like
do
genuinely
think,
cares about.
Yeah, I do think if they had done it like he wouldn't break up with either of them, but didn't do anything,
right, and just avoided them.
And yeah, and I don't see the need for them to have written in the other stuff because I feel like it doesn't heighten the tension. It just kind of sucks.
I also don't remember if he like ever really redeems himself. I think it's just kind of forgotten.
Yeah,
I mean we'll get
honestly,
to that, but
kinda,
like
yeah,
I don't.
Well, that'll be over the next few episodes.
Yeah,
it's going to be a big one because that's pretty important. And like I don't remember actually that happening. So looking back, I was kind of bummed out that this kind of like exciting, hopeful moment of Cece not going through with her marriage is now marred by him being a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
It's like, cool, poor girl, her marriage kind of fell apart and now she's also being cheated on right off the bat. Super. Like, that's fucked.
Yeah. I really don't, which is weird because I've watched the series like 2 or 3 times now and I don't remember how Schmidt, like redeems himself, or if he does, or if it's just one of those things that like goes on long enough that we just kind of forget about it.
No, well, that'll be something to look for over the coming weeks.
I'll put that in my notebook.
Yeah. Our notebooks, I actually just had to start a new one now after season 1 and 2. So yeah, that's a pretty exciting time because we're on we're our 45th episode of this fan cast, which is pretty exciting. So New Guys is 5 away from the 50.
Yeah, it's big.
That's pretty exciting. And you know what we have planned for episode 50?
Champagne!
Oh, yeah. But also the venue is now in line. And I think tickets are up.
They go up they'll be up the Monday that this airs. So, like, if you're listening to this,
you can
tickets are on sale.
Yeah, you can probably get your tickets. Just go on the usual website. You'll see the link. It's fucking gigantic.
Also remember, get them early because it went fast last time.
Yeah. Like episode 25's party was a fucking shit show.
Yeah. Like, so, and again, we don't sell them. It's through the venue. So like,
So
if things happen, it's not our fault. And if you have trouble with them, please contact the vendor, not us.
Yeah.
We don't have anything. We just show up when we're supposed to show up.
Yeah, we've kind of made a deal with them. They cover kind of all the back end stuff. Anything else to say about the episode?
I don't think so. I think that's
fucking... Okay, well, you know what time it is then.
It is our usual ending.
Yeah, so every week we end with two things, and I think I'm going to get us started with Dane's favorite part, which is New Girl fanfic.
Oh, yeah. Let me get comfortable.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So this one's a little long. I think, you give me the sign if you want me to stop at any point.
Okay.
And this is called Root Beer Rag.
Oh, God.
And this is by Innie. Alright. Her Smilax Regelli print didn't survive Schmidt's ritual cleansing of her room. You understand, Jess, that while my room should be estrogen welcoming as befits the lair of a genius, it shouldn't be outbutched by Sadie's Estromax office, and is in a box under Nick's bed, gathering dust and maybe centipedes. The print is in no way necessary for her upcoming unit on Prohibition, when root beer had become especially profitable, but Jess is nothing if not an ardent advocate for audio-visual aids in the classroom. She resigns herself to seeing the dust of years on her black tights, sinks ungracefully to the floor. Whatever Nick said about his room wanting to feel like an old-timey saloon, bedroom floors shouldn't be gritty, and pulls out her big cardboard box, all of the flaps neatly tucked into each other, in a way that had mystified Nick. Down at the bottom of the box, forming a stable base, are outdated successive editions of the MLA style manual, and on top of them are the framed prints that didn't fit on Nick's walls between his duct-taped and thumbtacked posters, and assorted miscellanea. Stuffed into one corner is a jumble of black elastic that might be the starfish, a couple of Cece's stretchy headbands, or the waist of her emergency pair of black tights. Sarsaparilla print is as bright and pristine now as the day Nick had hung it on her wall, when he'd been her brand new boyfriend and she'd still fumbled for words to describe the insane attraction his wrists held for her. Having him in her bed hadn't made her any more elegant. It had been easier to say a lifetime before that, when they'd been stuck in that time of swirling uncertainty, that his habit of gargling his beer turned her on. Easier to omit that much and let him laugh and make incredulous faces at her than to enumerate in lusty detail all of the reasons his beer gargling got her wet. Because it wasn't just his wrists as they flexed when he popped the cap off a Heisler, and it wasn't just his throat as it elongated when his head tipped languorously back, looking as strong and yet vulnerable as a heavy flower stem, and it wasn't just his eyes, fixed on her like they were heavy-duty magnets, pulling at the iron in her blood so that she shivered and stepped closer. It was all of him.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Can I just tell you that, this is pretty good writing.
This is horrible.
I mean, content-wise, but, I've heard worse.
Okay, well, I'm going to keep going.
Oh, no. Okay.
It was all of him, and all she'd been able to say even months later, on the day he'd use a golf pencil on the level to hang up her print, was that he had hairy arms and nice wrists. She had a better vocabulary than that. She swore she did. She could have busted at hirsute or virile or flexion, but the sight of his serious little frown as he measured just where he could drive the nail for her print had gotten her remembering what they'd done hours earlier. He'd stripped her bare and set her down on the bed. Careful, so careful with her, before sinking inexorably down and planting his face against her, licking and teasing and stroking at her until she was out of her mind. Her soles had clapped together, making that same sound Nick made when he fumbled one of his thick-fingered, clumsy snaps, and then Nick had slid one of those thick fingers inside her, and she choked on his name. She'd run her fingers up and down his forearms, which were anchoring her hips securely to the bed, and her cunt to his mouth.
Whoa.
Relishing the silky feel of the hair there.
Okay, all right.
Softer than the mop on his head.
Okay, we're calling it.
When he'd finally moved his mouth off her, she'd sighed in relief that so much heat wasn't pressed up against her anymore. It was only a breather before he slotted his hips into the space. His shoulders had forged between her thighs, and the skin was hot, and he dove into her, core exquisitely, ruthlessly just right.
Can we just talk about what's our thing with wrists?
I know, right? How fucking weird is that? I read this, and the whole wrist thing...
does she mean forearms? Because, I understand there's, that...
No.
There's, that thing about forearms, but, wrists themselves...
Literally...
really have nothing going for them.
One paragraph later, and she's watching his wrists again as he pops the top off a glass bottle of root beer. All she does is look at his wrists and get real weird.
Yeah. Do you have? I know we said 3, but or 2. We usually do 3.
Oh,
do you have
3.
our? Well, we do have our listener.
We do have
question?
a user question this week. So they didn't want to be named.
Okay.
And their question is, what do we do for people who don't want to get named? Because usually everyone's cool with it.
I don't know. It's weird that they don't want to be named.
Yeah, I guess we'll give them a Schmidtism, so they can be garbage kids. Because I'm pretty sure he calls Nick that in this episode. Or Winston. I think he calls Winston after he got real.
Oh
freaky.
yes, yeah. When
you dirty garbage child. Yeah. So this is Agent Garbage Child, and they ask, how do you break up with somebody over text?
That's weird.
That has nothing to do with New Girl.
I know. Is she talking about Schmidt? Are they talking about Schmidt?
That he maybe should?
I don't know.
I don't think we can answer that if it has nothing to do with New Girl.
This is a New Girl podcast.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe we should do a sex and dating advice podcast.
Yeah.
No. That'd be stupid.
Yeah.
Also, we've no time with this, I guess.
This is pretty much a full-time job.
Yeah.
Okay, hit me with the last and final bit. Actually, we should say our goodbyes first before we go. Yeah. Thanks for listening, guys.
Yeah, we've done 2 whole seasons. This is the first of season 3. Big times.
Yeah, as Niall mentioned, we're nearing 50.
Yeah,
which is
crazy. Which
is our big party. Well, second big party.
This one's going to be even bigger because we had about 300 people turn out last time.
Yeah.
It's looking like we're going to at least double that this time, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So we got a new venue. Should we announce that or should we wait till Monday?
We'll do Monday.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll let you guys know on Monday. That'll be fun. And yeah, just thank you for everyone for sticking with us. It's nice to know there are people who are as big a fans of New Girl as we are out there. And yeah, we've been putting in the work. And we appreciate you guys sticking around.
Yeah, it's
usually
awesome.
Asking pertinent questions.
Yeah, try to keep your questions on point with New Girl themed things. Like again, if she just said like, should Nick or Schmidt break up with someone, but like we're not.
I assume that's what they
we're
meant.
not experts here.
And honestly, if that was the question, yeah, I think it would be preferable to.
If he doesn't have the fucking strength to break up with them in person, do it over text.
Yeah, fucking anything to get rid of this shitty plot line. I don't like it.
I know it's the worst.
Makes me sad.
But thank you very much. We're going to be, if you want to watch along with us, it's season 3, episode 2 next week. Feel free to tweet us your favorite moments of the episode.
As always, we're going to live stream the next watch.
Yeah.
So you can find us at vimeo.com/new guys. And I think it's 367. New Guys 367?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll be there, same time next week. Show up, say hi, watch with us.
Yeah. All right. Now, take us out.
Okay. The last bit we do every week is we have a nice word from Dan.
Yeah. Our, pretty much probably our favorite person on Twitter.
Yeah, pretty much. And Dan says, be good to people and make sure you treat your significant other right.
Hell yeah.
Happy April Fools.
April Fools, bitches!